Welcome back. I'm Susan Barnes, and this is Meditation and Insights for When You're Stuck at Home. We will begin with a guided meditation to ground you in the present moment in order for your body to experience deep rest, rejuvenation, and unstressing. And we will follow that up with today's insight, which is a continuation of our topic from Thursday on being versus doing, and the importance of cultivating space in order to do so. All right, so find yourself in a comfortable seated position, either on some pillow cushions or seated upright in a chair, ensuring that your lower back is supported if that's something that you need, and making sure also that you are not reclined beyond a 45-degree angle, as this induces your brain to release melatonin, increasing the likelihood that you fall asleep. We will use the breath as an anchor, and so anytime you start to feel your thoughts drift, as soon as you become aware of that, return your attention and awareness to your breath and your breathing and my voice. If at any point you feel uncomfortable during this sit, feel free to adjust yourself so that you find a comfortable position again, and we can continue with the meditation without any discomfort. If at any point you feel a strong emotional response, perhaps you need to cry, for example, allow yourself a full experience of it and take as much time as you need. This is a part of our body's unstressing process. And meditation in this case is giving yourself the space to feel these things and allow them to move through you. So it's important that we allow them to do so. When you feel you have reached completion, you may bring your awareness back to the breath and our guided meditation, but if you're still going through it, just have a sip of water, lay down, and just call it a day. Allow yourself the care that your body and your mind needs at this point in time. Also, one last thing to note is that if your thoughts do drift, it's completely normal. Don't be hard on yourself. It happens to the best of us. Just when you become aware of it, again, bring your attention back to the breath and my voice. Now, everyone, please close your eyes. Bring focus to your breath. Exhale out all of the air completely from your lungs. And begin to take deep inhalations through your nose, deep into the belly, filling it up, into the chest, holding at the top. Exhale all the air out. Again, breathe deeply into the belly, slowly, deep into the chest, holding at the top, and releasing. Let's do that one more time. Deep into the belly, into the chest, holding at the top, and releasing. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Allow yourself to feel the effect of gravity in your body. Feel the weight of your body on the floor or in the chair. Observe any part of your body that may be resisting this natural force. Let go and allow every body to completely surrender to this gravity. Let go of any tension in your shoulders, the hands, your face, jaw, tongue, belly, your forehead, your thighs. Allow yourself to fall into your least excited state. As you are doing this, you are now becoming aware of the body and the mind moving in the direction of gently settling down. Now become aware of the sensations in your body. Identify the most predominant sensation you feel. Without judging it, analyzing, or trying to change it, allow your awareness to be with the sensation. You're not required to necessarily understand it, nor to try and dissolve it. Simply be with the sensations. In bringing your attention to the body, you begin to observe the condition of the mind. To what degree are you able to be with the body sensations? How often does the mind flitter off onto something else? Without judgment of the mind, nor desire to control it, or attempt to block other thoughts from naturally arising, simply allow yourself to observe the condition of the mind when the mind naturally wanders. Don't resist it. This is a very natural and normal thing to occur in meditation. Today, our approach is effortless, natural, and spontaneous. Now observe the activity of the mind. Is the mind busy? Is it agitated? Or is it calm and quiet? Whatever you are experiencing, simply allow it to be. Don't try and change it in any way. Just effortlessly observe. Now, bring your attention back into your body. What sensations can you feel? Are you comfortable? Are you slightly agitated? Effortlessly observe. bring your attention to your heart. What sensations do you have in your chest without trying to change it? Effortlessly observe. Notice the direction your thoughts take, if any, as you place your awareness here. Now, bring your awareness to your breath. Observe how you're breathing. Is your breath shallow or deep? Effortlessly observe. We will again draw in a big deep breath through the nose into the belly, holding the air in the belly. Draw a further breath into the chest, filling the lungs completely. Hold. Then release through the nose. Once more. Deep into the belly, into the chest, holding at the top, and releasing. Once more. Deep into the belly, in through the chest. Hold and release. Keeping your attention on your breath, allow it to settle back into its natural normal rhythm. While maintaining an awareness of your natural, effortless breathing, once again, bring your attention to the feeling in your heart. What sensation are you feeling in your chest? All that is needed is the innocent witnessing of the sensation. Observe how you are now simultaneously aware of the breath and the sensation in your heart. If the mind wanders, effortlessly come back to your awareness of these sensations. For the next few minutes, effortlessly witness simultaneously the sensation of your heart and the soft, natural flow of breath. When you realize the mind has wandered away from the breath and heart, gently come back. Take the whole experience as it comes. No effort, no resistance. Just simple, innocent awareness. It is probably an infrequent occurrence in which we place our awareness on these two parts of ourselves for a period of time. Allow these sensations that arise to inform you of our subtle states. Give them the space to open for you, to inform you. Rest in this effortlessness. Rest in this heart and breath awareness. Now, bring your awareness into your full body. Become aware of how the meditation has affected you. Are you experiencing anything different than what you were at the start of the meditation? Feel more rested? Do you feel more aware? Do you feel the same? Gently observe. Has your breathing changed? Cultivating awareness of these subtle shifts of our inner states are powerful, powerful observations. We are learning our own inner language, curating a refinement, an intimacy with our inner states. Begin once more to deepen your breath. Draw in deep into the belly, into the chest. No need to hold. Exhale. Once again, deep into the belly, into the chest, and release. Once more, deep into the belly, into the chest, and release. Keeping your eyes closed, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Begin wiggling fingers and toes, bringing life back into the body. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly take your time in transitioning from this meditative state to your waking state. There is no rush here. The slower the better. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. How was that experience for you? I would love to know, and I'll let you know how to contact me. Stretch out your legs, readjust yourself and get more comfortable as we begin the second half of our segment, which is today's insight. This is a continuation of being versus doing, primarily the importance of cultivating space in order to achieve states of being. Evolution begins in the places between the doing, between the busy. When your nights and days are filled to the brim with the checklists, social obligations, family time, gym, errands, sleep, getting this child there, appointments, etc., there is a lack of space. And even if our life has some sort of breathing room, what we attune to, what we place our attention on, is usually habitually absorbed within a wide expanse of hobby or entertainment. You know what I'm talking about. They range from watching television to Netflix binging to escaping rooms to perusing social media for hours. In all the distracted doing, there's not much room left to simply sit with oneself, to be with oneself. There's a heavy amount of cultural indoctrination emphasizing the importance of doing, which has become synonymous with achieving. Within the American culture, the glorification associated with doing begins at an early age and continues throughout the schooling years into the workplace. If you are not actively engaged in doing at any state, you may fail out of class, out of school, you may lose your job for lack of productivity, or not necessarily achieving the intended goals. And if your social life is not robust, then the prospect of failing at finding a mate is heightened. Being busy, being a master of doing, having a schedule filled to the brim is a source of pride, and it's celebrated. Having to say no to certain events creates a perception of status and selection. Kind of makes us feel good that we are so social and so needed. All this doing, this constant spinning on the wheel, while it can feel fulfilling at times, does not necessarily create the ideal conditions for personal evolution. We must step off of the wheel from time to time to see that one is on the wheel. These pauses are really important. The way one is able to observe the wheel is by creating space between the doings, not just for rest and recovery, which are incredibly important given the times that we live in and the stresses that we experience, but also it provides a lens through which we can observe our lives. Periods of space, times where one can be alone without any obligation to do anything, allows for there to be complete presence in the moment and can offer astounding insights necessary for personal evolution. It doesn't really matter the setting, as long as it's a setting that supports the conditions for something to emerge. What I mean by that is, for an opening to occur within one's mind, can be done so when there is space for it to actually emerge. Creative inspiration usually finds itself embedded in the moments when one is being and not doing. History has shown this time and time again with the greats. We always hear sometimes that people are showering when suddenly they experience inspiration, a breakthrough in a formula, or an idea that changes all that we know to be true. Only when we permission ourselves to be without doing do we begin this process of evolution. In summary, giving space to ourselves in our day-to-day begins to foster the ability to observe more of ourselves in our life so that we may find a more objective perspective that can only come from temporarily removing ourselves from the busyness of doing. Thank you for listening to today's insight. Bear with me just one moment. If this has caused any sort of opening inside of you, that's great. If not, that's totally fine. But I hope that this has found some place for you to examine and contemplate in your day or days to come. And perhaps maybe it resonates and has a place inside of you that may wish to expand. And maybe it doesn't, and those are both totally fine. I welcome any questions or comments that you have about today's meditation in general, as well as today's insight on cultivating space as a means of kickstarting one's own self-evolution. We are constantly evolving, especially within the realms of our own conscious mind and existence, and this is one of my favorite areas of exploration. I think it's beautiful to begin to become aware of ourselves and aware of the world that we exist in, and to begin into ourselves. You can find me on Instagram at LikeWaterSheFlows, and also email at ms.susanbarnes.com. Again, that's ms.susanbarnes@gmail.com. I also would like to encourage you, if you haven't already, to make your own account and follow Twitch's channel, Stimulus TV specifically. Use the chat box, and if you feel that you've derived value from watching myself or my fellow incredible, talented live streamers on Stimulus TV, please donate. It goes directly to COVID community efforts, as well as to myself and our fellow talent here, artists, movers and shakers. There's no pressure. Please, only if you have the means and if you feel inspired to do so. I do hope you'll join me again. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also guide weekly meditations in partnership with Kensho Health on their Instagram live feed every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. If you feel called to stay with me in your daily meditative practices. Thank you to the Stimulus team, group of amazing volunteers. They're doing a lovely, lovely thing here, championing such a beautiful effort in response to what life is currently. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's an honor to be able to guide you and to start your day if you're just waking up, and to provide you with some level of reflection that hopefully adds value and beautiful clarity and peace in your life. Wishing you well, wishing your loved ones well, and certainly wishing everyone inner peace. Ciao for now.